Fruster. Like, should have taken you, send you the page where you should get the link. Oh no. Oh no, did I send out the wrong one? No, I didn't send. Oh, everyone's here. Hey people. Oh, so we're gonna do some things. I was so confused. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna promote you all because I didn't even hear anybody come on in. So y'all all gonna be panelists. Yeah, y'all all gonna be panelists. I wanna see all y'all faces. Boom. So go ahead, as you guys are joining, feel free to cut on y'all videos if y'all can. Feel free to chat in the chat box if you can't for some reason. And let's see. Oh, we got some. Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Ah, there we go. Ashanté. I've been working on my French. Let's see. Looking at all these. This is fun. Sigma Dynamics is on here. I'm just upgrading everybody to panelists because I want to see all faces. Boom. Yeah, this is great. Bienvenue.
Hi.
Oh, there we go. Yes, there we go. We got some people talking there. Now I can see y'all. Now I can see y'all. Oh, this is great. This is great. Beautiful, beautiful. I think that's almost everybody. Boom. Nina or Nina, Rodrigo, Leo, please would love to pass the baton for y'all as I'm upgrading everybody to panelists in case you'd like to welcome everybody on in before I guess I take the baton.
I think we had some mails problem. Do you all receive the mail or where do you find it's the first one or the other? Just to know.
What was that, my brother? Got a problem with someone messages coming on in?
I think yes, but
okay.
Probably it's okay.
Hey guys.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey. Hola, papi. Bienvenido.
Muchas gracias.
Cool. Well, I guess we can let people come on in, you know, the next few minutes, and then we can just dive on into things. Adrian or Nina, if y'all would like to start, and then pass things on to Leo or Rodrigo. I'd love for y'all to, you know, spread some love for Sigma Dynamics and talk about yourselves for sure, because it's a collaboration. And I'll just preface by saying this, like, this is not the last time we'll be doing this. So, bienvenue. Welcome to my webinar. It's gonna be fun, y'all.
Cool. Leo, would you like to start or?
I think there are some people missing.
Okay.
Yeah,
already.
we are having a trouble with the link, I think. So just wait 2 minutes and then it's okay.
Yeah. Here, what I'll do, I'll see if I can, I'm over in Zoom right now. And I'll go ahead, put in the chat box in case you guys need to distribute it or pass it to anybody. In the meantime, y'all, instead of y'all just chilling there, feel free to grab some water. Feel free to grab a journal. Feel free to grab, I don't know, just anything you may need, as this is going to be an interactive. Like, y'all not just going to be sitting and listening to talking, like y'all going to be writing some things on down. So feel free to grab a journal if y'all don't have one already. Oh, and if I need to speak slower, say that in the chat box too. I want y'all to get acquainted with Zoom in case this is your first time. Get some head nods.
And if you have any need for translation, just put that on the chat box too. Hein? Traduction, vous mettez dans le chat, okay?
If you guys are just chilling on Zoom, I'm gonna ask that y'all turn on y'all cameras because I promoted you guys all to panelists because I would love to see y'all faces. It's cool to like read letters and everything, but you know, I'd love to see y'all faces. I'd love to see y'all faces. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Feel free to chat in the chat box too. What city are you in? I'd love to hear who I'm talking to. I'd love to appreciate y'all energy. So feel free to chat that in the chat box too.
I think now we're good. Rodrigo, what you think about?
Yeah, we can start, and then if people is having some trouble, they can join us later.
And they are Roman, donc tout est bon pour tout le monde.
Okay.
That's my place, man.
Nina, vas-y, si tu veux commencer.
All right. So first of all, I'd like to thank you all. It's a great honor to have Jamal here, to have all of you like coming there to just, you know, like you just show up, and that's great. I'm super grateful to see all your faces. I'm grateful for Sigma to be here because they made it possible as well, and they rock. So love you guys. Thank you, Adrian. I mean, he is like a man in the process, and I would love to thank him. And, you know, like just, I'll let him speak because he made it possible at the very beginning. So, Adrian, please let your voice be heard.
Yeah, with pleasure. Thank you, Nina, for that intro, and thank you all. It's good to see familiar faces too. So it's cool. So that webinar, the idea of that webinar came when we went to Toulouse for a BGI seminar in January, and as a co-facilitator, we've seen with Nina and others, we've seen and talked to everybody. So and I saw that it was student or doctor. The level of disconnection, lack of motivation, the eyes not shining, and so after the seminar, I was really touched because I was in burnout in school. So I know the process, and so I talked to Nina and Leo and Rodrigo, and the idea was to make a club. It was a discussion club of being human, not about technique, not about chiropractic, not about philosophy, just sharing your feelings, feeling safe, feeling supported. And at that time, I just saw Jamal doing live videos about it in live view. So and I was, oh man, and yeah, that's great. And so I reached out to him, and he happens to be a life coach for nurses and docs in who are in this process of burnout. So it was, yeah, that's perfect. So so Jamal, I met him last year in KDC level 2 in Marietta. It was it's amazing. He's one of the people it's easiest to talk to. So and always smiling. It's great. I love it. So he's a LFU student last trimester. Also KDC club facilitator. Yeah, baby. And yeah, life coach for nurses and docs in the process of burnout. So no further ado, my man, it's your turn.
Merci beaucoup. Et merci beaucoup, Nina. Sigma Dynamics. Just want to say thank you to Rodrigo and everyone who has made it. What's up, my man?
Yeah,
let's introduce y'all.
to say something about
Please, please.
So it was just a misunderstanding in the beginning, so that's and so can you all hear me well? Yeah. Okay. Nice. So first, it's awesome to be here. Today we have the honor to be with Jamal. That's awesome. And we have a lot of people coming here from all over the world. There will be some people coming from New Zealand, and then Switzerland, Belgium. We have some people coming from Spain, France, well, the US. So we have a lot of people here. And we have also some future chiropractic students, which is insane. Like, thank you for being here. This is the best investment you can do in the chiropractic. So we, you will see the chiropractic is an incredible path to help people and to make them reconnect to their real self. That's really awesome. So you will see today, you will see in other conferences, and so that's it. So today is a little bit different. We are a lot of hosts here, but usually we are only Leo and me from Sigma Dynamics. So I just wanted to explain about Sigma and for people coming here for the first time. So Sigma is a project of empowering people, of inspiring people, and our goal with Leo is to share about for well to students and chiropractors is to share about chiropractic, about life, about passion, about vitalism and philosophy, because we think it's really important in this moment to have all the great stuff coming for the fundaments on our well professional life. So yeah, that's all. So thank you, Jamal. Thank you, Nina. Thank you, Leo. Thank you all. Thank you, Adrian. So let's start the conference and let's go. Thank you.
Merci, Rodrigo. Merci. Oh man, it's how you say Ashante to you all. Like it is really a pleasure. I didn't speak French up until about like last week, to where there is an opportunity to connect with you all. So I want y'all one to first and foremost see there's nothing. I have nothing to hide from y'all here. I'm super excited to be here. Je m'appelle Jamal. I am a life coach. I am the hype man for healthcare professionals. So I do work with doctors, nurses, a lot of students that I've worked with at Life University, and discovering, as Adrian started to hint at, the why, and you can even say, because we're chiropractors here, and I imagine there's a little bit of philosophy, the cause of the dis-ease in our profession. There's going to be opportunities for y'all to write, and I want y'all to journal about yourselves, and I want y'all to do one thing, because some of y'all still haven't turned on your cameras, and that's okay. But for the people, if I'm ever saying something that resonates with you, feel free to give me some head nods. I'm big about head nods. I'm big about snaps. In case I say anything, I don't need to hear it, but hey, if you're going like this, that means something is cooking. So I'm just looking to spark something within y'all. But first and foremost, I have a question. One, if I speak too fast, just raise your hand. Like that, if I see a hand raise, I'll be like, "Ooh, let me slow down," because I get excited, right? I can get really excited, and that's really easy for me. So I can get excited, y'all. So, if you have a question at all, please chat it in the chat box or type it in the Q&A box. You should be able to type it in both. Nina or Adrian, I'll ask you in case I missed something, or just keep your eyes on out. So that way we just make sure there's as much value in here as possible. But first and foremost, I'd love to see a raise of hands. Who's felt symptoms of burnout or disconnection? 1, 2. So I don't got everybody raising their hand, but got a few people. Please feel free to unmute yourself or chat in the chat box. What does it mean to you to be burnt out in the first place? It's okay, I'll wait, I'm patient. Does it feel like anxiety? Does it feel like depression? Does it feel heavy?
Oh, I just unmuted myself.
Yes.
To me, there's like a huge disconnect. You know, it started when I started the clinic like 3 months ago or something. And like I told you last week, like it's like fitting in the box that's not made for me is like there's a conflict between my soul and who I am and who I am supposed to be. And it creates a lot of anxiety. You know, I have to meditate a lot. I have to breathe it out, and I have to journal also, you know, to just see it on the paper and try to heal it. But, you know, that's definitely a challenge.
Thank you. And Nina, would you also be able to translate for anybody? The question is, what is burnout? Or what does that feel like to people?
You mean translating the question?
Please.
Alors pour ceux qui ont du mal, n'hésitez pas. Alors en fait, il demande pour vous, si vous voulez répondre en français, il n'y a pas de souci. Qu'est-ce que le burn-out pourrait avoir comme effet sur vous et comment est-ce que vous voudriez le transmettre en fait pour qu'on puisse voir un petit peu comment les gens l'interprètent selon leur cas.
Merci.
Welcome.
Just because I'd love to hear anybody else chime on in. I want this to be interactive, so y'all don't got to be shy. I'm the last person to be shy now. So this is a very safe space. I'm not going to share this with people, but I'm here to pour into y'all. So I need to understand a little bit more, you know, so that we can speak directly into y'all. Ah, beautiful. Rodrigo, for me, is about disconnection and misunderstanding with myself. Thank you, brother. I hear that. Just as Rodrigo did, if y'all want to type it in the chat box too, that works too, that works too.
For me, burnout is like insufficiency, like a nutritional insufficiency, but in all senses. It's emotional, mental, spiritual, physical. And it's like you want to sleep, you can't sleep. It's, you want to sleep, your mind races. And you want to do something and then you get tired. And it's just, yeah, total upside down for me.
Thank you, brother. Anybody else care to share? I'm just taking some notes, don't mind me. Does everyone have the ability to maybe chat in the chat box? Maybe I'll check that. Maybe I'll check that. I'm just seeing what's going on here. Maybe we can get to the root cause of things here.
Mainly, I think that people who are in burnout have a big fear of future. They are stuck in the past, always searching solutions in the past, and because a big fear of the future. What they must know is that the future can be very good, and they stop thinking always of the past. It's my only contribution. Bye-bye. Perhaps one more after.
Merci. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else? Okay, cool. We'll go ahead. We'll roll on. We'll roll right into things, y'all. So, oh man, something that I feel is highly important for a healthcare professional, for a doctor, is how do you introduce yourself? When you shake someone's hand, whether it's at a screening or whether it's in person, they just got to your office, they just came to your office. How you say hello is very, very vital. And I say vital, and I choose the word vital because vital pertaining to being all, A-L, vite pertaining to life. You can really inject life into someone's life just with how you say hello. Does anyone have a dog? Oh, how do you say dog in French? Ooh, oh, it's going to me. Oh, someone said it. I saw someone whisper it. Someone help me out.
Yeah. The dog is a chien.
Chien?
Yeah. Yes.
Chien. Okay. Okay. This is going to be fun for me as I hope it's fun for y'all. Does anyone have a dog? Raise your hand.
Future dog owner.
Okay. My brother, Teddy, it's good to see you, sir. I just seen the name. Hello, brother. Cool.
It's been like 5 years. It's been super long.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Cool. So with dogs, y'all, when you get home from a long day, if y'all don't have any dogs, I'm gonna tell y'all how a dog is. When you open that door, you could be tired. They greet you at the door and they're like, hey, It's good to see you. It's good to see you. Did you miss me? I missed you. How was your day? And they just want to get pet. They just want to love on you. They just want to do that. I'm trying to inject that level of energy into y'all today, because if we can show up as chiropractors with a potent or a rich energy and how we even greet people and how we welcome them into our space, their energy and the results that we seek are going to shift even before we lay hands on them on the table. And if anything I ever say, it just doesn't feel right, you can just take off that jacket. You don't got to absorb what I'm saying. I invite y'all, though, to resonate and find what you do. And whatever you don't resonate with, just leave it to the side. Does that sound like something we can do? Let me get some head nods. Okay, Leo's with me. Rodrigo's with me. Teddy's with me. Adrian's with me. Okay, cool. We're going to keep on going then. So I want y'all to close your eyes. I want y'all to visualize, what does a beautiful life look like for you? Whether you're a doctor in practice or you're a student, how does it feel to be connected to your purpose? What would a 10 out of 10 in your life look like if everything was going beautiful? If you were inspired in student clinic, if you had 10, 20, 30, 40 people waiting on a new patient list because they heard Dr. So-and-so is in town. How good would it feel for you to have more energy leaving school than when you came in? How good would it feel in practice if you had more energy leaving practice with more energy and life coursing through you than when you entered practice that day? How would your relationships change? How would you show up as a father or as a mother? How would you show up as a girlfriend or a boyfriend? See, because you are the sun to y'all's solar system. You are important. And you carry a very potent medicine in your energy and not just in your hands as a chiropractor. Go ahead, open your eyes. Yeah, we got some smiles. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. Well, stay tuned, because in like about the next 10 minutes or so, I plan to just share a little bit more of my story with y'all and give y'all some tools that we can talk through so that we can we can get there, because you can be there right now. If you're excited or you're feeling any energy, feel free to chat it in the chat box, or feel free to snap. Yeah, Teddy, thank you. Yes. Yes. Energy, Rodrigo. Yes. Pauline smiling. Yes. Yes. I love this. Cool. Let's dive on into things. So I love people. I love people a lot. I really love people. And I'm gonna learn how to say this in French, y'all. Give me a few weeks. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna do this webinar again, and I'm gonna be speaking French. Je parle français. Just wait. Just wait. It's on the way. Just wait. Yeah. Just wait. But I love people. I recognize I love people more than I love myself. See, I was in a very dark place at the beginning of chiropractic school, and I was depressed. I just got out of a bad relationship. I didn't know who I was because I used to be an athlete. I used to run track. And now going into this grad school thing, I didn't know who I was anymore. I came out of an injury. I was homesick, and there was just so many compounding factors in my life that just made for such a tormented soul. See, I also in chiropractic school remembered that I had repressed being molested as a child. And I didn't understand the implications and the emotions that came with that. And no matter how that lands with y'all, I'm here to tell y'all safe. You're safe with me in case that brings something on up with you. But it is quite imperative as a healthcare professional, as a doctor, to work on yourself. Because every day, even though there was over 200 people in my quarter that I started with school, even though I was the first quarter class rep, even though I was always smiling, inside, I felt like I was dying. And see, as healthcare providers, it's easy for us to get lost in service. It's easy for us to stay busy, whether you be in practice or whether you're studying, whatever it may be. But there's so many times where we just give ourselves away, give ourselves away, and give ourselves away, that we're burning out the solar flare, the sun. See, a question for y'all is, what would it look like if the sun just decided to go out? What would happen to the world? I'd imagine it wouldn't be that nice. So in the discovery, in the spaces of Kairos training culture, of Delta Sigma Chi, my fraternity, with mentors, and with a wonderful image of where I want to go, I was able to rewrite what was possible for myself, and I was able to discover more of me. But it came with the permission that came with these spaces. See, because these people gave me the permission to live all out. These people gave me the permission to unwire and unwind the repressed emotion in my system. And I just want y'all to take a second to reflect. What are you not expressing? What's keeping you inside? Why aren't you where you want to be? If you'd like to take a second, write it on down. Why aren't you where you want to be? And if you're sitting with someone, feel free to talk about it with them. What's your biggest limiting belief? Is it, I'm not enough? I'm not worthy? I don't deserve it? I can't? What's keeping you back from being all of you? And was that fear instilled into you from society, or is it yourself? So take that, write it down, and we'll keep moving on forward. But with the next 3 minutes, 4 minutes, I'm going to introduce one of my friends, or tell y'all about one of my friends that I had to work, that I got the chance to work with. And he is a doctor in practice in Texas, big Texas, super, super American. They're very American. Like they are very American, y'all. Like I can't even tell y'all how American they are. They love being American so much. It's nuts. They only speak English too. It's wild. It blows my mind. Sí, porque yo puedo hablar español. Sí, sí, hay personas que pueden hablar español también. Si no, está bien. Anywho, my buddy, Dr. Flint Sparks. Flint Sparks. I don't know if y'all can appreciate that, but that's literally like that pertains to fire. And he was burnt out in practice. He wasn't in line with his values. He forgot who he was. Because school can beat the stuffing out of y'all. Because you're put into this box, this oppression, this expectation, because you have to be a certain way. If you're with me, go ahead and nod your head. Okay, got some heads. And we had to literally rip off the ceiling. We had to punch a hole through the ceiling because he had to forget what school had taught him to remember who he was. So I took him through a process called the Alchemist's Triune. And I'm gonna share my screen with y'all in a second with what that looks like. But man, he went from being burnt out, depressed, not knowing who he was, to working with me for a few months. And now this man's about to move to Florida. Now this man is free in practice. Now this man's attracting the utmost clients and patients that he's wanted. His doctor is patting him on the back saying, good job. He's letting him take over the office. And he's doing all of these things. And he was showing up as a powerful partner. And he's experiencing more of life. And one thing he said was, Jamal allows me to be more of me in ways I didn't even know. And see, that's a superpower that lies within every single one of y'all, because y'all get to be your own superhero. And it's my intention in this space to discover a little bit more of your superpowers and what it feels like to be you. Très bien. Very good. Cool. So let me share my screen with y'all so y'all can see what I see. So I'll just move that here. Boom. Nothing crazy. Let me go ahead and click view and zoom. Let's see how you play this. How you play this. And play. Boom. I'm not the best with PowerPoints, but hey, we're working. That's a little bit of me. This is the journey of your life, but this is what I want y'all. This is what I want y'all. This is what I want to talk to y'all about. The Alchemist Triune. We're gonna take a little break right now just because I want y'all to write this down, but I want y'all to focus on this first part, which is awareness. Write down step 1, awareness. Right here. Take out y'all journals, take out y'all pens. And I want you to write down, what is your purpose in life? Why are you here? See, because your purpose is what is the engine to where you're going. If you don't have a purpose, how are you supposed to move? Or if you don't have an engine, how are you supposed to move? So take a minute to write down, what is your purpose? I'll type it in the chat box below. Oh, I got you. What is your purpose? Nina, if you would care to echo, what is your purpose? That would be absolutely amazing.
I've been thinking about it a lot these past months as I've been quite lost. And I think I found myself in something that's related to facilitating healing, you know, like letting the light shine in everyone and being like a facilitator for, you know, just people to be more authentic. But it had to start with me. So I found out that my purpose was to be authentic first, and then to let other people be themselves, you know, to just hold space. I learned a lot with Adrian about holding space, and I'm super grateful for learning about this.
Beautiful. Thank you. And for anyone that may have just came in, because I saw some people are leaving, some people are going, would you be able to repeat the question in French? What is your purpose?
Vous pouvez partager votre but dans la vie si vous avez envie de le partager. N'hésitez pas à le faire surtout. Votre but ultime qui vous pousse un peu tous les jours, quoi.
Thank you. Merci beaucoup. I'm gonna learn how to say that. Just wait. Just wait. I didn't know I was gonna be speaking French. Just wait. Hey, if you know your purpose, feel free to unmute yourself and speak about it, or type it in the chat box below.
To me, my purpose is to address people, and I want to find their health is the most important things in them life, and I want their understand health is directly correlate about them environment. So I want everybody protect the environment for them and for everybody. That's my purpose.
And Leo, may I ask you a question, my brother?
Yeah.
Why is that important?
That's important because I think there are two things important. To me, my life is direct. My value is bicycle, chiropractic, and nature. So if there are one things of these triangles missing, I feel sad. So everyone can save nature, you know.
Love it, brother. So what I'm hearing is nature, cycling, chiropractic.
Yeah, sure.
Nice. That's a nice little triune to your life, eh?
Yeah.
Beautiful. So as y'all write down y'all purpose statements, thank you, my brother. As y'all write down y'all purpose statements, I want you to understand, or I want you to write down the purpose statement, but why? Pourquoi? Why is that important? See, because it's cool to have an engine, but when you can, it's like the understanding the because, that's what adds the layering of depth of why is it important to you? Adrian, support the healing between the women as a collective and the men as a collective. Thank you, brother. Why is that important to you?
It is important because it sets also the healing between the feminine and masculine energies, and brings, instead of not understanding the other, so we blame the other for whatever happens, and we don't understand ourselves, then it would bring peace and respect and sovereignty to everybody, and each one of us would understand itself and understand the other, and would bring much more ease in the communication, much more ease in how we build, how we grow as a society, as a species.
And why is that important to you? Taking it another layer deeper.
Okay.
You're doing great. This is fun.
Yeah. To me, it's I've been for a long time in conflict with my masculine side, and for me it is important because that's a way to reclaim who I am.
Ooh.
And yeah, to grow and thrive as who I am.
And diving deeper into that conflict within yourself. And y'all, this is good. I want y'all to pay attention as we're understanding the layering of things. That conflict within yourself with your masculine side. What did that feel like within you? Or what did that look like? What kind of emotional states were you in?
Shame. Shame about myself. Shame about seeing, listening other men expressing their own masculinity in a way. Shame also of what has been done in name of toxic masculinity. And yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
No, that was beautiful work.
Yeah.
No, that was beautiful work. And I love that you hit on that. So diving into the layer of like bridging masculine and feminine, then diving into, you know, the conflict in masculine, then diving into, well, what did that conflict feel like? I imagine for everyone, I imagine for you too, Adrian, working with people that are coming from a shame background is going to be super inspiring, because the root cause of their disconnect you share in you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yes, I love the
yes.
bridging that, and you can even add another spin to it. Maybe bridging the masculine and feminine energies, because it is important to shed shame as a society.
Yeah.
Because it had to control of
Totally
your
agree.
life. Nice.
Yep.
This is good. This is making sense for y'all people. Because I don't have the time to dive into everybody, 26 people's, you know, purpose statement, which I would really love to. And I'd also, because people are leaving already, I'll just go ahead and drop my link in the panelists and attendees. In case you want to book me for an hour-long strategy session, I'd love to offer that to everyone here. Just to dive into a little bit more of you. What are your symptoms of burnout? What is your life? Where are we going? I'd love to dive deeper, because the time we have today is not time enough for each and every single person. So go ahead, book me on my Calendly if you guys would like to connect. And then I also, obviously I'm a coach. So in case you like to invest in coaching services, feel free. If not, let's focus on you and provide value for you, because you are a piece of Europe. And in the state of chiropractic that we're in, with all this energy, ebb and flow, the more you know who you are, and the more grounded and depthful your purpose is, the more impact you will have in your energy. As we're building this engine to the star. So I'm just curious, as before we move on into the next step, which is action, Leo, when it comes to nature, when it comes to chiropractic, and it comes to cycling, what did cycling do for you, or what does nature do to you emotionally that you just love and you have to have as a piece of you?
Just life, just alive. I think just the part.
Okay. So when you first started cycling, I mean, obviously you were younger, right? So maybe perhaps what I'm hearing is it just helps you feel alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I can do both, and cycling in nature, and sometimes I cycling in nature with podcast with chiropractic. But it's true life, because we can help, we can be I can be myself on cycling, and I can just enjoy.
Beautiful. I really want y'all to observe and just hear what he's saying. One, it's beautiful that all three of them parallel, but what makes you come alive? Take 30 seconds, write it down. Oh, it's not escribir. Adrian, help me out. How do you say to write?
Écrire.
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 Okay. Merci. What makes you come alive? Yeah, I'll type it in the chat box. What makes you come alive? And I believe I'll say the name. You know, I'm gonna try and say it right. Is it Thibaut Laporte? Express myself just to be the better expression of my values. I'd love to hear, what are those values? Feel free to unmute yourself.
Yeah, in fact, I find that it's really easy to bring you some value, or to say I'm humble, I'm this thing, or this type of things. But it's way more complicated to be the representation of that values, and that's a really hard work to be really humble, for example, something like that. So for me, I think it's yeah, a connection with me. So humble, that's yeah, a priority. Just and full, just be with all the feelings of the representation. Just be complete.
Beautiful. Thank you. So living a life that is full. Yes?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. In my representation, yeah.
Yeah. And what are some things that make you feel just full on the inside? What's really important for you to feel that?
Yeah, really simple things like Leo. For me, it's body surfing.
Okay,
That's
there
like
we go.
really life. Okay, just that's all. But just simple things that touch myself a lot.
Beautiful. Merci. Thank you for sharing. Cool. So that's another one. Being able to do something that makes them feel alive. See, because I was a sprinter in college. I ran the 400 meter, or metre. Is that how you say it in French? But hey, I'm working. Work with me, y'all. But I was a sprinter, and when I was sprinting, that's when I would feel most alive. And part of my story, I was very angry in a lot of the unintegrated emotions of how I felt. So wrestling, doing soccer, or playing football, and sprinting, those were things that would make me feel alive, because I could channel and I could move the unintegrated emotion. And as healthcare providers now in this moment, you gotta be able to do something for yourself that makes you feel alive. And this is a really special, this isn't like this is like, so that right there, that's actually me at 8 years old. Because I'm home now in Connecticut, and I haven't been home in months. So I appreciate y'all for tuning on today, and Nina and Rodrigo and Leo and Adrian, they really wanted me to do, like, it just felt right to do this. So I'm happy to do this once more in a few weeks. I'm going to learn some more French, but literally right over there, like there's a hill over there that I used to just run as hard as I could because I would feel alive and I would feel better and I would feel lighter. So as a healthcare provider, as a part of your purpose, you have to integrate your values and what makes you feel alive. Whether it be body surfing, whether it be cycling, whether it be working on yourself, whether it be singing, whether it be writing. That's why it's important. So that way you can build this. Yeah, nice. Okay, I got some claps. I'll take some claps. I'll take some claps. So that way you can give yourself fuel, because you got this engine, right? But if you don't put no fuel in it, where are you gonna go? You're gonna go nowhere. So you gotta put fuel in it. So what fuels you up? Cool. We got some others. My purpose. Reach the highest level of wisdom to stay all life long in joy, happiness, and love, and spread it to every people I know. Yes. Jerome, is that how you say it, my brother? Okay. I'll take that.
Yes, I think
Yes.
I am the oldest in this Zoom area because I will turn 50 in 2 weeks. So I saw every young chiropractor, and I want to say you young men and young women that chiropractic is the best life you can have, you know. And I have reached, I think, all of my dreams right now. I'm just surfing on life, like it's really a dream. Always work hard, and well, it's I've never get a burnout. I work since 27 years, 6 days a week, and I see my family, I see my children. I'm happy, and it's a lot of energy, and it's really cool. And I've never get the burnout or depressed. I had a bad experience in my life, but I learned so much. When I was 6 years old, I saw a very terrible car crash, and I saw I think 20 people dead in this crash, in this car crash. And I was 6 years old and said, "Wow." I saw this person; they were alive 1 minute before, and now I see the crash in front of me, and there was dead persons everywhere. So I said, at 6 years old, what is the purpose of life? And I learned a lot. I understand a lot of things. I studied religions. I studied everything when I was young, and I've got I don't know a philosophy when I was young, and it serves me a lot in my life.
You got an engine when you were 6 years old, is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
At 6 years old, you're able to witness what is the purpose to life, and you're able to cultivate that engine when you were 6, and it's led to a beautiful life, sir.
Yes, because I saw you can be alive 1 second before, and you can be dead 1 second after. So we're here. We have a chance to be here. We have a very big chance to be alive. So make it fun, and be take the most you can take, because you don't know
sir.
if 1 second after you can be dead, you know. And
Yes, sir.
and enjoy life, everything. And I've got something to say to you. So I've got a philosophy.
Well, maybe before we dive deeper in, because I'd love to keep things moving, is it okay if we save some Q&A and discussion for the end?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you. No, thank you. Can we get some snaps? Can we get some love? Can we get some energy from our man? Yeah, thank you. Okay, next phase, just so I can reshare with y'all where we're going. Boom. So we had awareness here. Now we're going into action. And action is quite imperative, because in the awareness here, let me stop sharing. In the awareness, you need to be able to understand well, actually, I think I can do this spotlight video. Cool. All right, cool. Now you can see me. So in the awareness, you got to be able to build your horizon. So where is it that you would like to go? Go ahead, take a minute to write this down. And as you guys are writing this down, I'm gonna give y'all some cues. Because you got your engine, you got your fuel. Now where are we going? So let's go 10 years on out. What would life be like if it was beautiful? How would practice be? How would your energy be? And I'm gonna write this down in the chat too, so that way in case you guys miss anything. See, because there's chiropractic, but then there's life. So what are you doing for fun and adventure? How's your romantic life? How's your career? Finances? See, because in this beautiful picture in life, if you got an engine, but you don't know where you're going, you're just burning all this gas. But if you paint a beautiful landscape for yourself, and I want you to write, obviously this is gonna take more time, but I want y'all to write out your horizon. See, for me, quick story, actually how I met Dr. Teddy. So my second quarter, when I decided, because I'd experienced wonderful mentors that encouraged me to envision where I want to be, I literally wrote out, I want to be connected to the World Congress of Chiropractic Students, and I want to connect all over the world, internationally, and be able to build a 5-star chiropractic experience for people and talk amongst some of the leaders in the profession. See, but I didn't think I'd be doing that until the end of school, until like where I'm at right now. In my fourth quarter, an opportunity arose where I got to travel to Brussels, Belgium for the first time. I'd never been to Europe, and only for $444. Opportunity just smacked me right in my face. So I took it. And that vision, that was something that I didn't think was gonna happen for like another 3 or 4 years, happened in less than 6 months. Yeah, get some snaps for that, y'all. And I'm sharing this just to share the image with y'all. Give yourself permission to live all out, because the universe, when you write about it, when you feel it, when you believe it, it will reward you for all that you be. And that's important. We'll dive into the action in a second, but we're still just finishing up with the awareness. So go ahead, write out just some things, make a bullet list. What's a beautiful future for yourself? Is that $1 million practice, or I don't even know how to say it, million European practice? $1 million practice? There we go. That's the one. Is it traveling all over the world? Is it having a beautiful relationship with yourself? Is it sleeping for 7 to 8 hours a night in a nice big king bed? Because I want y'all to be able to, we're still building the awareness of things. And I will say this, you deserve it. In case no one's told you, you deserve it. So I want y'all to write down, what's your dream life look like if you haven't put thoughts to it? And as you write it down, your brain literally works 3 times as hard to try to conceptualize it. Cool. I love that y'all writing things on down. Oh, yes, Nina, type it into the chat. Even better, type it into the chat box. Feel free to drop anything, whether you want to own a jet, whether you want to try, like anything, type it in the chat below. Let's get some energy going, y'all. Living in a cabin, being able to grow a self-sufficient orchard, thriving in a family practice. Ooh, ooh, I love it. I love it. I love it. What else we got? What else we got? What else we got? Teddy, type some fire for me, man. Type some fire. Leo, what you got cooking, my man?
Yeah, I would love to live in the forest with a little lake and have a boat and have a great practice and organize awesome conferences with Sigma Dynamics.
Kind of like
Like,
you're doing now, right?
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's beautiful. And did y'all hear him how he talked about that boat? Tell me about that boat, Leo, or just think about it. But what color is that boat? How does it sound when you turn it on? What does it do inside you? Like, talk about the details. I'm write this in there. Details. Nina, that orchard, what are you growing in it?
Lots of cherry trees.
Ooh, okay. I like this.
Actually, I see it every day because I do a lot of like you know, this 49 breaths thing. You know, I do it a lot and I visualize a lot, and I smell, you know, the flowers from the garden, and I have the sunlight on my skin, and I see the cabin, and you know,
Yes.
I would recommend it to anyone.
Yes. And did y'all hear her? She feels the sunlight on her skin. Y'all gotta be able to feel it. Like, okay, this is for my doctors and for my student clinicians. Like, this is for y'all in school, but just kind of take the negative shit like out of school, just so you can appreciate what it can be. But what does it feel like to walk in and turn the door or turn the key to your practice? What does it smell like? What are the plants in there? How are people interacting after they get adjusted? How much life is pouring in their eyes when you look at them in their eye after they get adjusted? How good does it feel to be able to look someone in the eye, and when they ask you, can you help me? You say, oui. And you mean it with all of your heart. So whether y'all writing about practice, whether you're writing about whatever it may be, I want y'all to take like another 10 seconds, jot like one more thing down, and we're gonna keep things on moving. Teddy, a kick-ass, fun, efficient, profitable, lovable practice. Yes, sir, you deserve it. And that's one thing I want to hit on real quick is money. Money, oh my God. Like, you can be compensated energetically for the amount of love you pour into your people. Yeah, I'm gonna go back, there we go. You can be compensated energetically for the amount of love you pour into your people. Because you're providing results, because you're providing transformation. You're not just taking away their pain, but you're freeing them into a whole new life expression that they can't even comprehend. Cool. So one other important aspect that is now moving into the action of things. Y'all with me? Snap if y'all with me. Give me some head nods if y'all with me. Good. Just making sure you're alive. Cool. All right. Yeah, nice. Okay, this is cool. This is cool. So with the action, y'all, one thing that is super important, and write this down, is the image. That's why when we're working on the image or the horizon, the destination, you can think about it here. And if you have a mentor, they can expedite how fast you get there. So for anybody, feel free to just raise your hand. Let me know, or raise your hand if you can think of one person or two people that are a mentor, I'd say even in and outside of chiropractic. Okay, I got one, got three, got four. Okay, that's cool. Nino, would you mind echoing that for me, love? How do you say, if you have a mentor?
Si vous avez des mentors à partager, des choses comme ça, n'hésitez pas à le faire. Essayez juste, enfin, vous pouvez juste lever la main pour voilà, vous montrer que vous avez un mentor qui puisse vous guider en dehors et dans la chiro.
Arnaud Burnier, for sure. Hi, Jamal.
Hello
Arnaud Burnier,
there.
for sure.
Oh,
So Arnaud Burnier,
oh,
like
Arnaud Bernier. Arnaud Bernier. Yes. Boom.
yeah.
Very
And
beautiful.
I don't know if you know Juan Uribe, the master of Alpha Biotic in Mexico.
Heard the name before. Beautiful. So two very potent, powerful,
Wow.
dynamic individuals. Like, wow. So the challenge for y'all, one, if you don't have a mentor, if you do have a mentor, one, write their name down. If you don't have a mentor, what I want y'all to write down next is, what would you like to see happen in your life? Because see, your mentor gives you the image of what's possible. See, for me, one of my biggest mentors is Dr. Brett Jones, which I'm sure if you've trained KTC, you can appreciate, because he's doing things at a very high level. And from my second quarter, when he adjusted my atlas and tossed it across the room and dropped on me for side posture, and my whole world literally shifted, because I had never gotten a high quality adjustment like that. So if you guys are getting adjustments that are like, is that a very potent image you want to work with? So that's just in an adjusting realm. But also, I mean, Brett has his own book. And if you don't know his book, I will type it out for you. It's actually very important. And I feel like a lot of chiropractors could benefit from it. But if you don't know, it's called Know Who the Fuck You Are. I highly recommend. And I'm happy to email. I'm happy to work with Rodrigo and Leo to send y'all a book list. So that way I can get y'all emails. I'd love to stay connected, y'all. So I'll drop my link once more at the end of this chat, but I want y'all to be able, or email me. Feel free to just email me too. I'll drop my email. So that, you know, fuck it, I'll just do it now. Boom. Feel free to shoot me an email if you would like a book list, as I am happy to send that to y'all. As it's quite important, because if you have that image, they can provide the horizon of where you're going, because the action, or now we're working to getting you there in this alchemist's triune, is putting in the necessary steps, because then you can ask them questions. Well, what did you do to get there? What was your biggest lessons learned? What would you not have done? Like all these simple things that we forget to ask, but it's like your mentor can give you life and give you energy in the moment right now. Because they are in the destination, or they're somewhere where you want to be, because that's where you want to be, you can shortcut your way there. You can miss the potholes. You can maybe even hop in a jet and just fly there, because you're expediting how fast you're there, because you're learning what you want to bring into fruition. Is this making sense? I'd love to take a pause, and I'd love to open up to any questions with what we've covered thus far. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. See, I'm very patient, so I don't need to talk. I can wait. We got 25 people on this. No one's got a question?
Okay, Jamal, I have one. So how you see your future? Like in practice, you want to adjust with Dr. Brett Jones, you want to free life people. What do you want?
Man, that's a great question. I love. And how do you, comment se say, how do you say? Comment se parle? Is that how you say? Comment te parle? How do you say your name?
Oh, Romain in French or Romain
Romain.
in English?
Nah, I like Roman. I'll speak your language, bro. I'm speaking to your language. Forget anything else. So merci beaucoup, Roman. My 10-year vision in career and business. So, oh, there goes my mom. Hey mom, say hello to the wonderful people. Just say hi. So where am I going? So I'm going to be practicing with Brett for 2 to 3 years. I'm going to be working on myself so that way I can have my own source chiropractic wherever I go. I'm in Connecticut right now. I want to practice back home. I want to practice in Charleston, South Carolina. I want to practice out by my university, which is Life University in Marietta, Georgia. I want to practice in Atlanta, Georgia. I want to practice in the airport of Atlanta, Georgia, because it goes all over the world. And I want to be able to impact and connect with people all over the world. I want people high-fiving people like when they get adjusted. I want people breathing more life. I want people expressing and moving through their emotions. So I want people laughing. I want people crying. I want people feeling more of themselves. As soon as they hear my fucking name, wherever it is, they're like, yeah, you got to go see Dr. Jamal Fruster because he makes you feel more life. I want people to heal as soon as they hear my fucking name, Roman. I want people to experience more life. I want people to be inspired to be better mothers, dads, fathers. I want to adjust the 1% of the world. I want to adjust the hospitals. I want to adjust the shit out of the hospital CEOs. So that way more doctors or medical doctors and more functional neurologists and more nurses can get adjusted so that they can experience what is the medicine, what is the fucking magic that we can help move through people when we know who the fuck we are, bro. So that's just a test. You got me fired up.
Okay, it's beautiful. Like you have a lot of energy, and I want to know, when you share to your people, do you share the divine message of chiropractic? Like if you want to talk about spirit, you can, or shamanic stuff like spirit experience from inside out. Do you talk to your people like this, or you manage just vertebral subluxation like this, or?
Great question, and that's definitely that's its own seminar in itself, right? But to answer your question, 2 parts. First and foremost, y'all write this down if you haven't done it. Who is your ideal clientele? Who do you want to work with? And the only reason I ask that is because I am attracting, conscious people that want to experience more of what life can be like and appreciate the totality of the human experience. So in my avatar of people, yes, I can speak to them esoterically or the divineness, the divinity that chiropractic can bring. However, that's not everybody, right? So it'd be easy to just throw that up on people, or you can meet them how they're at, where they're at, and why they're at. And then when you meet them where they're at, you can take them by the hand and you can walk where you want to go. So if it's not in the initial consultation and they're not like, oh my God, this guy's weird, you can walk them there progressively. But I still think that you can still educate them that you are a facilitator, and in you being a facilitator and letting them know it's a process, you will attract more people that aren't just like, oh, Roman, like, crack my neck, please. Like, no, that's not the kind of person I'm attracting. And I'm definitely, you can't go there with people, right? So knowing who you want to attract and adjust is highly important. Does that answer your question?
Perfect. Thank you, Jamal.
Nice.
Thank you.
Give me some. High five.
Boom.
Bam. Bam. Man, y'all having fun? I'm having fun, man. Y'all having fun? Okay, I'll take that. One last question, y'all, before we move into the final phase of things. Unless y'all feeling delicious. Yes.
I have a question. It is about you. Another time. So who you are, man? Because I know it. Like you told me, and Leo and Nina in the last call on Wednesday. But you aren't telling us who you are. So come on, let's do it.
Oh, Rodrigo, thanks, bro. Who am I? I'm a dynamic being who is doing his best in this moment, who is connected to his purpose, who is Peruvian and Black, who is a KTC facilitator, who is a brother of Delta Sigma Chi, but in essence, he is a creature who wants to see this world experience all the beauty that life has to offer. He wants to experience all the juice that life has to offer and to share that shit with people, to help people wake up to themselves. See, because a part of me, who I am, is my purpose. Like, I don't know if you guys know, but this racist shit that's going on in America, it's a part of my being to change that shit, to change the cultural conversation of what it means to be a human, what it means to be a man, and what it means to be a Black and Hispanic man in America and in the world. It's helped rewrite what's possible for what it means to be human. And that can come, Roman, with chiropractic. Because you don't need me to live, but you can be a part of my experience if you want to experience the utmost of what life has to offer. So I'm a person that loves to dive all the way the fuck in. Comes out differently every time, but I think that there's certain principles and things in that. Does that answer your question, my brother?
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Cool. Appreciate y'all. Hey,
That's
feel free to
awesome.
grab a little. Got you, dog. I appreciate that energy, man. You give me permission to be more of me. And all these beautiful people get to share in it. Cool. All right, y'all, get a little sip of water, man. We about to keep going. We got one more phase of this alchemist's triune that I'd love to share with y'all. And then I'd love to, I believe, open it on up to questions. So let me just share the screen one last time. And don't worry, I'm gonna make a nice sexy ass PowerPoint. So actualization. This is the last part of the triune, as it is highly, highly important. So feel free to write that down if you haven't already. So we got awareness, knowing your engine, knowing the fuel to put into your engine, and the vision. I'll say that again. Engine, fuel, vision where you want to go. Next phase, action, working towards the image. What are the steps that you need to do to move forward? What are the steps, or what's the path? What's the way that you can beeline your way to success? Then the last part, actualization. See, this part is this is the fun, and this is where I want to say life gets hard, but this is the most challenging one, because it's easy to allow school to happen. It's easy to allow life to happen. It's easy to it's easy to let the external, this is where our chiropractic philosophy comes in, right? It's easy to let the external forces overwhelm and destroy the internal forces of the organism. But if you can instead cultivate the innate forces or the internal forces of the vessel, it doesn't matter what the fuck is going on the outside, because inside the innate intelligence of the body, literally right now in this moment, there's a beautiful divine intelligence that is keeping you alive in your circumstances. That doesn't fucking matter if there's coronavirus in your skin, on your body, in your lungs. Because see, your health in a bucket, say this is your health bucket, right? When you put in movement, when you put in recuperation, when you put in mindfulness, when you put in positivity, when you put in optimizing in the nervous system, when you put in all these different things, when you have a health bucket that is keeping you in a optimal state of health compared to a lower state of health, you won't exude the symptomatology that different pathogens can bring forth in your life. Same thing with life. Now I want y'all to picture your life bucket. Go ahead, draw a little life bucket like this. This is your life bucket, and I want you to fill that shit up. Oh, wait, there we go. This is your life bucket. It's a poor bucket, but work with me, people. I want y'all to write down a little bucket on y'all paper. What is it that fills you up? Tapping into that that awareness piece. But the actualization is the beingness of the first two steps. See, because you can have an engine and you can know where you're going, you can have the fuel, you can have the vision and everything. But if you don't consistently be there, then you're never gonna get there. That's like having the car and having the destination, but you never get in. So the actualization is being the driver to your life. Go ahead, write that down. So as the driver of your car of life, it's a fire ass car, whatever car you want, Maserati, Ferrari, some French car, don't know. I'm having fun, y'all. You obviously got to shift things, put it into drive. You got to check the mirrors. And then you got to drive that thing, y'all. You got to drive that thing. So the thing that helps you get to where you're going is your rituals and your habits. So as you're creating this 10-year vision for yourself, one thing I want y'all to write down right now. What are the rituals and habits of success that you would be doing if you were already there? I'm smiling for my people that don't got their camera on. If you care to put your camera on and you just forgot, feel free to put it on now. I'd love to see another face. That'd be cool. Cool. So let me give you an example. One thing we did for Dr. Flint Sparks, my example back in the past, that we helped him turn from burnout to badass human being that gives himself permission and shed all these shame and all these different things. We had him start journaling. Sounds really, really simple. And that's the tricky shit. I'm saying that's the tricky shit, y'all. It's the easy things. It's the easy things that can fool you into that can fool you into not doing them because they're so easy. So we had him journal at night, and this is a fire question. This is my favorite question. I'm so excited about to type it for y'all. What is my one lesson I learned today? That's a journaling prompt. And that's important, as journaling can be important, because who is the one person that knows how you lived your life through and through? How you word it? Who's the one person that knows your life as good as you do? Only you. It's only you. Only you. No trick question. It's only you, because you're the one that wakes up, goes through your whole day. Because as you are the driver to this thing, because driving in life, just chilling. But it's like, how are you feeling yourself up? Like all those things, actualization is the toughest piece, because you got to instill the rituals or the guardrails, think of them as guardrails maybe, of you staying in line with your path of where you want to go. Nina's with me, y'all, man. She's been with me this whole time, nodding, snapping, like, can we join her? Like, yes. Love this. Promoting Jonas to panelists so I can see your face. Welcome. Bienvenue. Yeah, y'all like that shit. That's cool. Yo, so write down one thing. What's one thing you can start today? Like, start right now. Like, what's one thing you can do right now that you can do every day that'll help ground you in where you want to be? Go ahead, take your time. Take your time. Cool. And once you have that one thing, go ahead and chat it in the chat box to this side. And I'm pretty sure it's this side. If not, it's this side, but I'm pretty sure it's this side. Cool. Any brave souls care to unmute themselves and share what's the one thing or one habit that they can start today to step into their being? Oh, I'll wait.
Yeah. For me, it's work.
Nice.
Yeah.
And why is that important, Adrian?
Because for me, it gets I feel my head expanding, and it connects me to my instincts, to my body, to my life force. So it's
And I imagine that Adrian in the future is highly connected to his life force. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Cool. Hey, if I'm wrong, you just let me know. I'm still learning shit.
You're on point. Just on point, man.
Oh yeah. Ooh, okay. Oh, I love that you also said breathwork and creative writing, brother. Thank you. That's beautiful. Nina, being more present. Question for you, Nina. What can that look like, I guess, in interactions with your friends or family?
I say like more listening and less judging. Like I'd be more like a witness to thing, less than a reactive being, you know, like, okay, I see you, and maybe I can try to understand you before I say something that might not, you know, match between the two of us. You know, bringing more understanding in the process, I think.
Can we get some snaps for Nina? Like, I love it. Pauline, I need you to type something into the chat or something, because you're on the top row with Rodrigo, Teddy, and Nina, and you're the only one that hasn't spoken on that top row so far. If you feel called to, no pressure. Okay.
Yeah, Jamal, you inspired me today to say, what can I change today to improve? I think I will start asking myself more often, what did I learn today? Indeed,
Yes.
What makes me vibrate? And what can I do better, and how? That's something easy to do daily, that can make an enormous difference if I keep on doing that every day.
Let's go. Yes, brother. Yes. Can I get some snaps for my man right here? Fuck, how do you say please? No. S'il vous plaît. That's the one. S'il vous plaît. Just wait, man. Just wait, man. I'm coming for France, man. I'm coming for y'all. One habit I'm working to is, because I'm also learning Portuguese and French, so I've been like bouncing back and forth and working on my Spanish. One of my habits is Duolingo. Simple. Like that little green owl is keeping me motivated. He's like, hey, you're doing great. You got your 5-day streak. You got a 6-day streak. I'm like, yes, I do. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that shit going. Cool. Let's get one more person. Chat it in the chat box, or feel free to unmute yourself. What's one ritual or habit you can cultivate today to be into your greatness? I'll wait. Oh, I need one more.
I can say something.
Yes.
So I think I don't know how to work on it, but it's like I usually overthink and and that's so, I know it's frustrating sometimes, you know, like it's so, like I'm wanting to be so like perfect, you know, and I know it can't be, and I really want to be myself, even if I'm not perfect, but I can't, like, yeah, just stop overthinking and stop what I have to say to people, you know, just be myself and tackle.
Beautiful. Okay, brother. So what I'm hearing is overthinking can get in the way. So thinking perhaps of what's a way that you can give yourself permission to be a little bit more of you. Okay.
Yeah, that's
okay. Well, may I offer one thing? What if you were already perfect as you are?
it sounds beautiful.
It's because you are. Because bro, I feel like overthinking is the curse of humanity. Because we have this, oh man, I get philosophical with this shit too, y'all, but I won't. Maybe I will. There's educated mind, and then there's innate mind, you could say. What this can lead to is, okay, there's educated mind, there's the subconscious of the body, and there's the innate intelligence of the body that is always constantly working to keep you in a state of thrival and adaptivity. And you are blessed with this intelligence that is working trillions and trillions of cells cohesively working together. Like, for me to do this shit, like me to dance, like, you know what I mean? Shimmy a little bit. Like, these are all my cells working cohesively together. So Rodrigo, an opportunity for you, bro. Fucking dance for 5 minutes a day. Just put on a freaking song and dance your ass off, bro. Like, dance or sing or, man, smile harder. Like, do something to make yourself come alive, because you are perfect for who you are right now. It's giving yourself a hug in all of your imperfections, because man, if we were perfect, I could probably teleport to France right now, start speaking French fluently. Can that happen? Maybe, I don't know, but not at this moment. And I'm okay with that because I get to effort to learn how to connect with y'all better. I could hate myself. Fuck, man, I wish I took 10 years of French so that way I could have speak to these people in France for this webinar I don't even know that I have. Or it's like, man, I'm gonna learn bonjour, et merci beaucoup, and je m'appelle Jamal. Like, I can learn these things and I can enjoy the process of my life. See, because y'all got to enjoy the process, man, because with my coaching, you know how we have reassessments for chiropractic? See, check to track like objective data, how people are getting results, how they're improving and shit. Well, to do that, we take vantage points. See, because one thing I do want to share with y'all, one of the slides I was able to get that I love was this one right here. I'm gonna press play. Boom. Go ahead and breathe that in, y'all. Man, the journey of your life. And what a journey as it's been. Stop share. So take a second right now to appreciate something about you and your journey. You know what? Fuck it. Everyone close their eyes. I'm gonna just love on y'all a little bit, man. Close your eyes, sit on up straight, get into a nice, relaxed position. Here, I'm gonna change my position for y'all too. Why don't y'all close your eyes and I'll join you. Don't worry, it's not weird. We're fine. Have an appreciation for your heart. Tune into the subtleties of each love dove. It's pumping gallons of blood all throughout your body, all throughout the day, without you even needing to think about it. This journey or this chase to perfection, it's within. In this moment, I want you to say aloud, I love myself and I am proud of myself. Say it again. I love myself and I'm proud of myself. Now I want to picture you looking in a mirror. Can be in your bedroom, can be at home. And in the mirror, what do you see? What do you love about you? And I want you to begin to allow yourself to look back at yourself as the 10-year version older than you are right now. What's the 10-year version look like of you? And how do they look at you? How do they smile? How do they hug? How do they adjust? How do they take care of their orchard? How great are they at body surfing? How much presence do they put into cycling and nature? How richly do they drink from the cup of life? Now I want y'all to extend y'all hand and pull yourself in. Pull yourself into that 10-year vision. Give yourself just a nice big hug and breathe into yourself. I want y'all to feel yourself, man. Squeeze harder. And tell your 10-year version of yourself, I will not let you go. As your 10-year version of yourself tells yourself now, I love you and I'm proud of you. You can let your hands down. But do not skimp on the love for yourself, because that is the ultimate fuel for yourself. You deserve it. And as you come back to this world with a smile on your face, come on back whenever y'all feel ready. As the 10-year version of you is being all that you want to be, and you can be all that you want to be right now. Because this thing called time doesn't fucking exist. Because if it did, there's no reason why your brain can be trapped in the past over something that might have happened to you or something that you love, and that it can get anxiety for something that hasn't even happened yet, or can get excited physiologically. See, you're a chiropractor, so you can understand this shit. I gotta blow y'all up, man. Y'all too small, man. I gotta see all of y'all. You're a chiropractor. You understand how the brain works, physiology, all of that shit. The organ underneath your hat is that which controls all other things. And if you can experience both your past and your future right now, what the fuck is stopping you from experiencing your greatness? And I want you to pull yourself into that right now, because you are now more aware, because you now have more action steps to take, and you now have more awareness of who do you need to be and actualize this. See, because the magic behind the alchemist's triune is that, yes, it's a triune, but it's actually in 3D. And you get to lift the fuck off every single day, 1% better each day through the cycle of things. And that's the cool thing. It spins. It fucking spins upwardly in a cycle. Because life is a cycle, or life more correctly is a spiral. Because something will happen where you will be traumatized, you will be hurt, you have more awareness, you move through it, you take the action steps, you become better because of it, you learn from it, you ask the questions that matter, you actualize it, sitting in the driver's seat, like Teddy said, how am I vibrating today? What did I learn today? Because you are the only one that is recording your experience. Therefore, boo-boo, it is up for you to write about you, because no one else is going to. Unless you got a scribe following you and shit. And if you got one of those, please let me know, because I need one of those. And then as you ascend, you are getting better and better each day, and better and more efficient and more powerful. Oh, you might fall, but get back up. It's okay, because you can learn from that shit. And no one else is going to take the reins for you. And as you're ascending and ascending this and ascending this, you can then turn up the fucking volume. You can turn up the heat. You can turn up the brightness to your life, because you will show up as a better version for yourselves, for your partner, for your patients, for your people. But you got to be able to alchemize the burnout into new energy. And you got to become the chiropractor to your mind. And if you can understand that bigness, and that you can move that stuck energy that's stuck in your nervous system, of life, if you will, and let that get back into waveform and move by adjusting yourself, not like, but in your actions, baby, I can't and I won't even try to put a box or a ceiling or an understanding of how beautiful life can be. Cool. I believe that completes my presentation, y'all. Thank you for being such a wonderful connection. Yeah, I'll snap for y'all, man. I'll snap for y'all for sure. That was fun. Okay, I'd love to open up the space for any questions. I imagine next 10 minutes or so, 15 minutes or so, and I'd love to speak value into things. If anybody needs to go, please feel free. I would like to put my Calendly link I just put it in the chat box. Feel free to click that and book me for a 1-hour strategy session where I would love to dive deeper into what are some of the aspects to your life where you feel stuck, where you feel like you're burning on out. If you're struggling with any of these steps in the alchemist's triune, like dive deeper, anything, feel free to connect to me there. Or if not, here's my email once more. And I also should be getting some of the emails from both Rodrigo and Leo, so that way I can follow up with y'all, as I would love how I can make this better, because don't get it twisted, y'all. I think it was Rodrigo or it was Roman. My vision is essentially to do this webinar. Yes, webinar all over the world, but I want to do this shit in person. See, because I'm on a fucking screen. I want to feel y'all, and I want y'all to feel me. So it's only a matter of time before I do this at every fucking school in the universe. I said the universe, but yeah, universe. But I do this at every university. I'm doing this for nurses. I'm doing this for doctors. I'm doing this for counselors. Like one of my friends down the road hit me up, was like, hey, can I have some details about the workshop that you do? So every time I'm gonna get better and better and better. And from, just so y'all can see. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Merci beaucoup. Mon ami. You've allowed me to be a little bit more of me, and you've pushed me to be that much better and start to translate this into another language, as burnout is universal. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you all. If you need to go for now,
thank you,
please.
Jamal.
Oh man,
thank you.
You are so welcome.
I have a last question for you.
Please.
Right? What do you think about you are a life coach, right?
Correct.
So you talked a lot to people.
Yeah, yes I do.
Okay. So where is the gap between Tim Young, who adjusting maybe like 1,200 a week without talking people, to you who have to express yourself, your words in matter to elevate the consciousness of your people? So what do you think about just adjusting people? You can go more deeply to talk to them, or the adjustment for you can just be the only thing that people need?
Damn, that's a fucking fire question. Oh man, see, now you just start, now you letting out all my secrets. No, I'm just playing, man. That's the fucking magic behind it. So the dope shit is that I get to be a life coach and I get to be a chiropractor, but ultimately it's one and the same. Because I can adjust people that are in proximity of me, but then I'm a chiropractor for their mind if I'm their life coach. So the gap is what that will look like for practice in me. Like I'm going, so side note, I am going to go work with Brett in Oakland in 6 months. Because I believe you asked what my vision was, or maybe that was Rodrigo, I forget. But that's a thing. Like I'm going to fucking do that. Like that's been the fucking vision. Yeah, fucking right, snaps. And that's exciting for me, of course. But it's like that's been the plan since second quarter, because this man was like, I was like, what do I do to adjust like you? And he was like, train. I was like, bet. And for y'all that may not know, that means okay, got you. Say less. So I'll adjust people in practice, and I'll be their life coach. So maybe I'll adjust them whenever, but I'll have certain days that are just dedicated. Like right now, I only coach 2 days a week. I coach all my people the same 2 days, or those 2 days, because I get into a flow, and because it's super fire, and because I love batching things. And I feel like as in a group setting, as you have multiple tables and communities can heal, I feel like there can be energy that can permeate through every one of my life coaching clients with resonance, especially if they're similar and different professions, yet they're healthcare providers. Does that answer your question?
So perfect. So you use the link between them, right?
Yeah, I guess you could say I'm working on bridging a need. Because, okay, so this is good. People keep subluxating themselves. Yay? Nay? So I'm curious to why do they keep subluxating themselves? So what's the cause of dis-ease? Thoughts, traumas, toxins. We can understand people, the shit they're putting into their body, but you got to help them filter out the shit they're putting into their mind. Because like Adrian said, things such as shame, or concepts such as shame, can start as an external force, but then it becomes an internal cycle. And until someone like me or seminar, or they go through some kind of big healing, breaks that cycle, poof, then they can spiral back on upwards and they can ascend into whatever they need to. So that's why it's important to do, I forget who said it, but it's like above Atlas work. Yeah, not ox, and I'm not talking occiput, like like above Atlas work, like really working to understand the cycles and the patterns that then manifest into the patterns physiologically for people. If I can break those patterns at the source of them and help them create their own, because I'm just a facilitator, I'm not like saying, you have to journal this way. Rah. No, it's a lot of questioning. It's like, well, what do you think would work for you? What do you think is sustainable? Well, what's most important? Well, what's working for you really here? Shit like that.
And I think you have like an answer for your people. Like me, I don't like to really talk to my people, you know, just like I just want to adjust them and they feel good and have a good result, and that's it. So for you, people are okay and they love to share with you. What do you, what is the result of this?
So I love that you hit on this, because I guess my ideal practice and flow and things, like I do plan to be busy. I do plan to see, I don't have a number stapled onto it. I definitely want to be able to serve and be in a great flow of things. Will I stop and talk to people like the whole time? No, but like after say an impulse goes through or something, like I like to build my people up and say, oh yeah, great work. Or I cue them through things like, yeah, breathe here a little bit, so they can reorganize and things. So it's like I cheer them on, honestly, when I'm facilitating their adjustment, so they can have more awareness that yes, they are doing the things right, but whether it's okay. And I'll say, brother, it's okay for you to not necessarily talk verbally, but you're talking in your presence and you're talking with your hands, and that's what's most important. And I'd even say you're not even talking with your hands, you're talking with your being, you're receiving and hearing with your hands. And that is communication.
Beautiful.
Yes, you are.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. Great question. What else we got? We got about like 20 people on this call still, so I expect a question from all of you. Just kidding. You don't have to, but for real, I'd love to answer some questions. Who does your hair? Oh, my friend Chantel. She does a great job, doesn't she? Isn't it great?
I do have a question.
Oh, go ahead, Nina.
Oh, I love people talking.
Thank you. What are the main topics that you go through on your journaling process?
Okay, so question for you. In the morning or in the evening? Because in the morning can look different than the evening.
Morning then.
Okay. This is from Brett, which is why I highly recommend y'all follow him, as he is my mentor. But one thing I have loved that he has done is just a few simple prompts. One is, who am I today? I can type this out too. Who am I today? What do I want to feel? Sorry, bouncing y'all on my knees. What do I want to feel? How or what are the indicators that I'm on purpose? And what is the one thing I can do today to have the most impact? Those 4 prompts I usually do right after my move, breathe, meditate. As in the meditation, I'll usually get an answer to one of those things, because one thing I do in the morning is I will peek at like where's my agenda? Actually, I might have my agenda. Oh yeah, it's right here. So this is a law of attraction planner. Highly, highly recommend get a passion planner and get something. Y'all don't want to know what my days look like, but this is, I'm even scared to show y'all this. Like these are my days. They don't start like this, but I usually scan what do I need to do for the day. It does start like this though, like at the beginning of each week. Let's see. Yeah, that's okay. So they do start like this though. But I think that there's a magic with writing, so that's why I haven't fully automated like my schedule and things. But it's like I'll wake up and while I'm in that theta, I like to dive into MBM or I'll play an Audible just to start absorbing. I'll look at, what do I need to do? And then I'll ask myself those prompts with myself every day. And do I slip up? Like, fuck yeah, like I'm human, but that's the magic of things. The hard shit about this is consistency. But when you can get consistent, you will create momentum. You create that fucking momentum, create more momentum by staying more consistent because people, when they see change, they stop. Don't stop. Instill systems in yourself to cultivate that momentum. Side note, if you guys want to listen to my podcast, as I totally forgot, it's called Soul Coffee. And I'll share my screen with y'all because I meant to share this with y'all earlier. Boop. Boop. That's me, guys. Feel free to take a listen. I would love to be on the charts up in France too. I'm in the health and fitness industry for podcasting categories. And I picked health and fitness because I'd like to in particularly focus on thought fitness. People are fat as shit with their thoughts. I'm trying to lean them out. Just kidding. Nobody's fat. That's a bad word. Bad. Does that answer your question, Nina?
Yeah, it does.
Sweet.
Thank
Teddy, you are so. Oh wait, how do you say you're welcome?
De rien.
Oh, okay, work on it.
Yeah.
What's going on, Teddy?
I'm gonna be very quick because my battery is running low.
Okay.
So I wanted just to say you made a difference today, and you pushed me to make some little changes that I'm sure will be really impactful in the future. So I will share what I just did. I put a little alarm at the end of the day. Every day at 10 o'clock, I will have what did I learn today? What made me vibrate and what can I do better? So this will
Yes.
purpose.
Yes, brother. Yes. Thank you so much for sharing. Merci beaucoup. Like, oh my goodness, I feel that. That's wonderful. And I'll be sure to follow up with things how that's going in like a week or so. Quick side note, brother. How long have you been in practice for nowadays?
5 years. When you came to Brussels last time in action, it was the first year I was in practice.
Wow, that's fucking amazing. Yeah, y'all, do you see the magnitude of this? Like, Teddy was there when I was fucking living my dream. Like, that was a literal dream. I got to go to dinner with some of the most outstanding human beings and doctors at this seminar called Axiom that just blew my fucking mind. And Teddy was there. He was fucking there. Like, proof. There's your evidence-based research.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Glad to have you here, brother.
This was a super great dinner. Yeah, it was in my favorite restaurant in Brussels.
Oh man, it was fantastic. I had eel brain. I didn't even know that was a food, and tasted pretty good.
And were you there at my practice afterwards in the party, or were you gone there? I don't remember.
I remember being in a practice with very beautiful, pristine walls, and it was very clean. There's a balcony. It was beautiful.
Yeah, you were there.
Okay, that was your practice. So I've been in his practice, y'all.
Okay. All right.
Cheers.
Okay, see you guys. My battery.
Salud.
Bye.
Hey.
So.
Beautiful.
What about the last question about Thibaut, probably?
Thibaut, what bring you back from depression and burnout, and what is the impact of that part of your life in the present? Second part first. The impact that has had a part of my life is I get to do fucking webinars like this. I get to connect with beautiful people. Like I'm really not blowing smoke up y'all ass. Like I am super grateful because, man, I'm living my dream, being able to share. Even if any of the people took one thing away, like goodness, I hope that shifts their whole reality. So impact that this has in my life in the present, love you, Rodrigo, I saw that, is that I get to share beautiful people now. What was really important for me coming back from depression and burnout, my community, as I feel like my community gave me the tools and the spaces. So I guess I'll write that on out. Tools and spaces equals community. Like I said, the mentors and everything, but they helped me be into this new reality and into this new existence through giving me the permission to express and feel more of myself. Brett has had a massive impact on my life. The fraternity, Delta Sigma Chi, my brothers, like my brother, like they're my brothers. Like I have a brother, you know, who passed. But man, my brothers, they keep me grounded. They keep me sane. They are soundboards so I can bounce ideas off of them. We work with each other. We build ideas off of each other. We collaborate with each other. So it's really about your tribe and really about your community. Because if I didn't have that, fuck, I don't know if I'd be alive, let alone if I would have made it through grad school. No bullshit. So attract around yourself the right people. And I imagine some of them are in this group. Does that answer your question? Wait, is he still here? Oh yeah, there you are, brother. Two ball. Does that help, bro? Nice. Beautiful.
That's awesome, Jamal, what you say. And I think we're running about 2 hours. So
yeah, it's been a fun time. I was like, fuck it, wherever this goes, let's go, y'all. I'm down. Woo!
True, but we have to do another call like that because
okay.
If you are hot to do that and everyone here want to do another,
okay,
send us a message or something and we can expand or go deeper. I think we can, with that group, dive into something very deep, I think.
I think so too, brother. I think so too. I'll work with Rodrigo, Leo, Nina, and Adrian. Oh, can we get some snaps for those four for putting this together before y'all go? Like, please, 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 because this wouldn't have happened without them. I'll get better at that PowerPoint. It's gonna be a fire PowerPoint. If this was valuable for y'all, feel free to share any nuggets. Tell a friend. I'd love to speak more French to more of you when I come back next time. And y'all, just thank you so much for being a part of my history. Like, thank you.
Thank you, Jamal. So I think it's time to go. And I would like to say 3 words. The first is thank you to Nina. Without you, nothing happened because you make the link between us, Jamal and Sigma, and that we want more of that initiative. So thank you, Nina.
Thank you guys. You made it possible as well, and I'm super grateful that you were there.
Nice. Thank you everyone to coming. It's great. And with Rodrigo, we have something. We love to connect with each other. We love to meet, do meetup and do conferences in live because we like to talk and we love to talk and meet. So we hope you're going to come to the other. Je vais le faire en français parce que il y a presque que des Français. On adore vraiment à chaque fois se rencontrer à chaque fois, donc on espère vraiment vous voir les prochaines fois à l'école ou quoi. Et genre si jamais vous avez des feedbacks, si jamais vous avez envie de nous donner des idées ou vous avez des gens que vous aimeriez voir sur Sigma, envoyez-nous un message où on peut, voilà, c'est énorme. So I just say to them, you're great, Jamal, and thank you very much to coming here today. It was awesome. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jamal. It was a honor having you there.
Yeah.
Merci beaucoup. Bonne soirée.
Bonne soirée, ciao.
Brother.
Thank you, Jamal. See you
Thank
soon,
you all
guys.
so much.
Thank you
See
so
y'all
much.
soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See
See
ya.
you soon.